going to the temple?
Hinduism is a set of beliefs. It is a philosophy. In Hinduism, there are 330 million gods and goddesses. For a Hindu, anything can be a god. Everything can be a god. So it's called Sanatana Dharma. A Hindu believes that this religion was there from eternity, and they believe that it is going to be there eternity. That's why they call it as Sanatana Dharma. Here the main is cycle of birth and reincarnation. So every Hindu believes that their final target is to merge their Atma, soul, into the God's soul, which is called Paramatma. So that is why they work so hard. They do good things so that in their next life, they could, at least in their future life, they can merge their soul into God's soul. So that is the final destiny that Hindus believe.
What don't Americans understand about Hinduism?
Americans don't understand these things about Hinduism. Most of them doesn't know that there are 330 million gods and goddesses that Indians worship, and which includes animals, trees, even the poisonous snake is a god or goddesses. And second is, they don't understand that in Hinduism, God can have his own wife, and she's called goddesses. And she has great important role in religion. And most of the Americans doesn't understand that there is a caste system in India. That means when we are born, each Indian was born into a community. So even though you are a very rich person, your parents are well educated, if you born in a community called untouchables, then the society will look down on you, irrespective of how educated you are, how rich you are, how beautiful you are, doesn't matter. Just because you born in the untouchable caste, untouchable family, you are looked down by the society. This is very severe, especially in the villages. If you are an untouchable, you cannot even look on to people into their eyes. You have to look down when you walk through some streets. You have to look down, put your face down, take your chappals or shoes in your hands, walk through the street, and then you can wear it later on. So a lot of things which are hidden from the world, especially for Americans.
What breaks your heart?
This is what my heart is broken about in India. People want to know the truth, but that part of the world was living in blind. The devil or Satan was hidden the truth from their eyes. But by God's grace, in the 18th century, missionaries came to India. They gave up their lives for sharing the gospel. And from last 200 years, God was so faithful, and many people are coming to know about Jesus Christ, and they don't even worried about their life anymore, because once they know the truth, they are ready to face, and they are going through a lot of persecution, but God is helping them. I really praise God for his work in India, but there is so much of work still needed in India. We need a lot of missionaries to go and share the gospel.
So what should a missionary going to India today from the United States, what should they know?
What every missionary should know when they go to India is, they need to understand these people are interested to know the truth. Now when we talk to them, if we can share the love of Christ, if we can share how Jesus is different from anybody else, then it's very easy to win the souls. And one thing we need to remember is, uh, don't, don't tell an Hindu that their gods or goddesses are not powerful, not real. Instead, focus mainly on Jesus Christ and share His love and His sacrifice on the cross. And I'm sure everybody is interested to know about God and they are ready to pray with you. Even in a first discussion, they are ready to pray with you. But it will take time for them to come out of their belief system. So I think main is focus on Christ and know the culture and the way they dress, the kind of food they eat, and they're very social people. They want people around them all the time. You know, in India, it's like all life is like public. There is no secret life or private life in India. So the more open you are, people are more open to talk and share everything.
What's the future of India? What do you see as the future hope of India?
The future of India is really great, is going to be great, but the problem is India is a very corrupted country. It's corrupted in such a way that even day-to-day activities of a village person is affected by the corruption. Corruption is everywhere. If you want something need to be done from a government office, until unless you bribe the money, nobody is going to do your work. And if you don't want to give money, they will take a lot of time. And people doesn't have patience, so they just give money and their work to be done. But India is coming up, education is growing a lot, people are getting awareness, people are really thinking whether this kind of worship or the way they are worshipping gods and goddesses is true or not. So this is a time we need people to go and share. As Paul said, if we don't tell them, how can they hear? So we need people to come there and share. People are very lovely there, they are ready to receive you. We don't have to have fear at all. Those people are very loving people. So God has tremendous plan for India. One thing I remember is when God said in book of Jonah, when God has so much of passion and compassion for 120,000 people of Nineveh, there are 1.4 billion people in India who doesn't know left and right, and God has planned for them. So God is preparing for many missionaries to come to India.